Welcome. To receive daily prayers and inspiring messages of God's love and peace, please subscribe and join our community. My beloved child, the night has come again. The world slows, the noise fades, and the sky covers you like a gentle curtain, inviting you to rest. But I know, not every night feels peaceful to you. Not every night lets you sleep. Sometimes when the world quiets down, the thoughts in your heart grow louder. That's why I am here. Not to scold you, not to judge you, but simply to sit beside you, to remind you that you were never meant to carry all of this by yourself. You've been so strong all day. You held back tears when your heart was aching. You kept walking when your feet wanted to stop. You smiled when inside you were tired. I saw it all. And now, in this sacred silence, I want you to hear my voice, not as thunder, not as command, but as a whisper softer than breath. My child, the night is not a place to fear. It is a time to release. You carry so much, worries about tomorrow, regret about the past. Concerns over finances, family, friendships, a silent ache that even you can't name. Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's grief. Maybe it's just the heaviness of trying to hold everything together. But listen closely. You were never created to hold the world on your shoulders. That burden belongs to me. I came to carry what you cannot. You were made to live in my peace, not in constant survival. You were created to walk with me, not to drag your soul through each day. Right now, I am inviting you to stop striving. You can let go. You can breathe. You can rest. I am not far. I am here, closer than your breath, closer than your skin. Even now, as you read this, I am drawing near to your heart, whispering, "Give me your burden, and I will give you peace." You may think you have to be the strong one for everyone else. You may feel like if you let go, everything will fall apart. But I want you to know this. Letting go does not mean giving up. Letting go means giving to me. It means trusting that I am God, not just in the heavens, but in your day-to-day life. It means releasing the illusion of control and receiving the real gift of my care. I see the weight you carry, the people you're worried about, the expectations that crush you, the dreams that feel distant, the things you blame yourself for. You have carried these long enough, haven't you? So let me carry you. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are not failing. You are simply tired, and that's okay. Even I, the creator of all things, rested. Why wouldn't I want rest for you too? Close your eyes, my child, and take a breath. Right here in the quiet is holy ground. Right here is where the exchange happens. Give me your anxious thoughts, and I will give you calm. Give me your shame, and I will give you grace. Give me your fear, and I will give you strength. Give me your exhaustion, and I will give you peace beyond understanding. You don't have to say anything perfect. You don't have to pray with fancy words. Just speak to me like you would to someone who loves you, because I do. More than anyone ever has. More than anyone ever could. And my love never sleeps. You are not alone tonight. You never were. Even in the moments when you couldn't feel me, I was there, watching over you, weeping with you, protecting you in ways you didn't see. Now, I'm inviting you to lean back into my arms. Not because you are weak, but because I am strong. Let the weight fall off your shoulders like a coat you no longer need. Let me hold what you can't anymore. And as you do, listen, can you feel it? That stillness starting to settle in your chest. That is the beginning of peace. That is the beginning of surrender. That is the place where healing begins, not by fixing everything, but by finally admitting you don't have to. You don't have to carry it all. You don't have to know what tomorrow holds. You don't have to pretend that you're fine when you're not. I already know, and I already love you, exactly as you are. Right now, in this moment. So tonight, let this be your prayer. Lord, I give you what I cannot hold. I lay down what weighs me down. I trust you with what I can't understand. I receive your peace. I receive your presence. I receive your love. That's it. That's all I ask. Not perfection, just permission. Let me in. And as you drift into sleep, know this. I will still be here when you wake up. The burden will still be mine, and my love for you will never change. My dear child, tonight, I want you to remember something sacred, something simple, something that never changes, no matter how much the world around you does. I am here. Yes, right here, in this room. In this breath, in the quiet that surrounds you, in the stillness you may not understand. I have not gone anywhere. Even when you feel distant from me, I have not moved. Sometimes, when the nights feel long and empty, you may wonder if I still see you, if I still hear you, if I still care. But let me tell you this again and again until it settles deep into your soul. I am closer than you think. Even when you say nothing, I still listen. Even when you don't know how to pray, I still understand. Even when your heart is tired and your lips are silent, I am still with you. There is no silence too deep that my love cannot fill it. There is no loneliness too vast that my presence cannot surround it. You don't have to reach out with perfect words. You don't need grand faith or spiritual strength. You only need to sit with me. Just sit and breathe. That is enough for tonight. Let the burdens rest. Let the striving stop. Let the questions be still. I know how it feels when people walk away, when the world grows cold, when it seems like no one truly sees what you're carrying. And I know how easy it is to believe that you're alone because of it. But listen, your loneliness does not mean my absence. Your quiet does not mean I've turned away. Even in the emptiest places I remain. I am not afraid of your sadness. I am not uncomfortable with your silence. I am not distant when you feel undone. If only you could see what I see, how I stand beside your bed as the night unfolds, how I place my hand gently on your heart, how I whisper into the space that feels most forgotten. You are not alone. You never have been. Do you feel that breath you're taking right now? That's proof I am near. That's the gift of life sustained by me for you. I see every moment of your life. I know every memory, every ache, every hope, and I stay, not because you are always faithful, but because I am. Not because you never waver, but because my love never does. You don't need to convince me to stay. You don't need to earn my presence. It's not something you fight for. It's something I promised. And I keep my promises. Even when you're not aware of me, I am fully aware of you. Even when you forget me, I remember every detail of you. Even when your heart is too weary to cry, I hold every unspoken sorrow in my hands. So tonight, if the world feels far away, come back to this. I am here, not just watching, but feeling, loving, holding. Let me be your place of peace. Let me be your quiet shelter in the storm of thoughts. Let me be the one who sits with you while you do nothing at all. You do not need to fix anything right now. You do not need to solve tomorrow. You are not failing because you feel empty. You are simply human and deeply loved. So here's my invitation to you, my child. Before you sleep, will you sit with me? Not to say anything, not to achieve anything, just to be. Turn your face toward me, even in the dark. Let your heart rest against mine. Close your eyes, knowing that I never close mine. While you sleep, I will keep watch. While you rest, I will guard your soul. You are safe in my presence. And as the minutes pass and your thoughts begin to slow, let this truth cover you like a soft blanket. He is here. He sees me. He knows me. And he will not leave. I am not just beside you tonight. I will be beside you tomorrow, and every day after that, until the end of time and beyond. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are mine, and I am yours. Sleep now, knowing you are fully held. Let my love be the last thought you carry into your dreams. And when you wake, you will wake still wrapped in the same love. Unchanged, unwavering, eternal. I am here. I always will be, my child. Tonight, I want to invite you into something sacred, a quiet conversation, not with a distant God, but with your loving Father. I see how heavy your heart has become, weighed down by things no one else fully understands. You've carried responsibilities, expectations, unspoken fears, and silent disappointments. And you've done it for so long that it almost feels normal. But I need you to know this. You were never meant to carry it all alone. I don't want just the polished version of you. I don't need rehearsed prayers or spiritual performances. I want the real you, the one who's tired, the one who's unsure, the one who's quietly breaking inside while smiling on the outside. I see that version of you, and I love you completely. So talk to me. Speak to me like a child would to their father. Not because you have to get it right, but because I long to hear what's on your heart. What's been weighing on you today? Is it the pressure to perform, to be strong, to meet every need around you? Is it the quiet ache of disappointment, the feeling that life hasn't turned out quite the way you thought it would? Or maybe it's fear about money, your job, your health, your future. Maybe it's the haunting memory of a mistake you can't seem to forgive yourself for. Or maybe it's just a deep weariness, a kind of fatigue that rest alone doesn't cure. Whatever it is, bring it to me. You don't have to sort it out first. You don't have to explain why it hurts so much. You just have to trust that I care, deeply, personally, endlessly. And I do. I care more than you know. That's why I say to you now, give it to me. I can carry it. I want to. When you release your burdens to me, you are not showing weakness, you are showing wisdom. You are choosing to walk in the design I created for you. Not to live independently from me, but to live in communion with me. I didn't ask you to be your own strength. I never meant for you to bear the weight of the world. That's my role. So tell me what hurts. Tell me what feels uncertain. Whisper the thoughts you've been too afraid to say out loud. I'm not shocked by your fear. I'm not offended by your sadness. I'm not disappointed in your doubt. I simply want to meet you in it. I want to hold what you cannot hold. And if you don't know what to say, if the words just won't come, then let your silence be your prayer. Let your sighs speak for you. Let your tears carry meaning. I understand all of it. My child, there is nothing too small to bring me. There is nothing too dark that my light cannot reach. If it matters to your heart, it matters to mine. That's the truth of love, and I do love you, with a love that doesn't run dry, doesn't hold back, and doesn't wait for you to be perfect. You may have been carrying these weights for years, some since childhood, some since yesterday. But today, right now, I am offering you an exchange. Your burden for my rest, your confusion for my clarity, your guilt for my grace. All I need is your yes. All I need is for you to let go. So pray with me tonight, simply and honestly. Jesus, I am tired. I have carried these burdens alone, and I cannot do it any more. I give you my fear, my regret, my worries, my pain. I give you the things I cannot fix and the parts of myself I don't fully understand. I trust you to hold what I no longer can, and I will. I will hold every part of you, not just tonight, but every night. Not just when you pray, but even when you forget. Give me what weighs you down, child. Let me lift it from your shoulders. Let me hold it in hands that are strong, gentle, and never grow weary. The things that crush you cannot crush me, and they never will. When you give them to me, you make space in your soul for peace to return. You are not too much for me. You never were. You are mine. And I am with you, my beloved child. I know how much you long for answers, how your mind turns things over again and again, looking for reasons, explanations, clarity. You try to trace every step, every moment, hoping that understanding will make the pain feel smaller or the confusion feel safer. But tonight, I want to tell you something that may feel strange at first, but is rooted in love. You don't need to understand everything right now. You don't need all the answers before you can rest. I see how hard you try to make sense of things, why a door closed, why a person left, why something that once felt so certain suddenly fell apart. I know the questions that echo in your heart at night, the ones that begin with why, when, and how. Why did that happen? When will this change? How can I keep going if I don't know what's ahead? But child, understanding is not the foundation of peace. Trust is. Trust is the beginning of rest. Trust is what holds you when life doesn't make sense. And tonight I am asking you to trust me, not because you see the full picture, but because you know my heart. There are things I am arranging right now that you cannot yet see. There are doors I am opening behind the scenes, threads I am weaving, and foundations I am strengthening, not only for your tomorrow, but for your eternity. And while you may feel like nothing is moving, like your prayers have gone unheard, I assure you, nothing is wasted and nothing is forgotten. Every tear, every cry, every waiting season has purpose in my hands. You don't have to pretend you're okay with not knowing. I know the ache of silence. I walked through it myself. I know the tension of waiting, the discomfort of uncertainty. But I also know what it is to trust in a plan that is higher than what can be understood in the moment. So, let me be the one who holds what you can't see. Let me be the one who guides you forward, even when the path is foggy. Let me remind you, faith was never about seeing it all. It was about knowing I'm still good, even when the view is unclear. I'm not asking you to stop asking questions. I welcome your honesty. I welcome your wrestling, but I am asking you to rest in this. You are not abandoned in your confusion. You are not wrong for not having it all figured out. You are human, and that is exactly how I made you. And I am God, and that is exactly why you can trust me. There is a reason I don't give you the whole story at once. If I showed you every twist and turn ahead, it would overwhelm you. If I answered every question now, you'd rely on your understanding instead of my presence. But peace doesn't come from knowing what will happen. Peace comes from knowing I am already there. Right now, I am working in the waiting. I am speaking in the silence. I am shaping you with things that seem slow, even still. You may not realize it yet, but there are things I am protecting you from. There are places I am leading you to, but I must first prepare you for them. And there are seasons where the lesson is not about why, but about who. When you can't trace my hand, trust my heart. And my heart, child, is always for you. So tonight, let go of the pressure to understand. Let go of the fear that says you have to figure it all out to be safe. Let go of the need to explain everything to yourself before you can exhale. Instead, breathe in. My promise. I am still in control. Breathe in my kindness. I do not grow tired of you. Breathe in my presence. I am here, even now, even in the mystery. You may feel like your story is paused, but I am still writing it. You may feel like nothing is happening, but growth often begins in silence. You may feel like you've taken a step backward, but sometimes I take you the long way because I'm protecting you from what you can't see yet. My ways are not your ways. But they are good, always good. So let this be your prayer tonight. Lord, I don't understand it all, but I trust you. I release the need to know everything. I rest in the truth that you are working, even when I don't see it. You are faithful, and you love me. That is enough. And that truly is enough. Not because the questions go away, but because you are not facing them alone. I am the God of peace, not of confusion. I am the shepherd who walks before you. I am the light that still shines in the dark. And I will lead you forward, one day, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. You don't have to understand everything to belong in my presence. You don't have to see the full picture to walk in my love. You just have to trust that I am who I say I am, faithful, present, kind, and always, always working for your good. So sleep tonight, not with all the answers, but with this one assurance. I know the way. I see the whole path. And I am walking it with you, my child, tonight. I want to talk to you about something that lies deep within your heart, something heavy, yet often hidden. It's not what others see when they look at you. It's not the stress on your calendar or the weariness in your eyes. No, this weight is quieter than that. It lives beneath the surface, showing up in your hesitation to hope, your fear of drawing near, and your reluctance to receive the peace I've been offering. It's the weight of guilt, the ache of shame, the burden of not being able to forgive yourself. You may carry regrets from years ago, or maybe only days. Words you wish you hadn't said. Choices you wish you could undo. Opportunities you let slip by. People you feel you've hurt, including yourself. And even when you try to move forward, there's still this whisper that returns. I should have known better. I should have done more. You've learned how to forgive others. You've even accepted that I forgive you, but somehow forgiving yourself feels impossible. But here is the truth I want to speak into your soul tonight. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to come to me, honestly, openly, and fully. You see, I never asked you to carry the burden of self-judgment. That voice that keeps accusing you, the one that replays your failures and reopens old wounds. That is not me. That is not how I speak to you. My voice brings conviction, yes, but not condemnation. My voice calls you forward, not back. It leads you to freedom, not shame. I died not just to forgive your sins, but to free you from the prison of self-punishment. You are not helping me by holding on to your guilt. You are not being humble by believing that your mistakes make you less worthy of love. What you are doing, though unknowingly, is denying the fullness of what I paid for on the cross. I already bore that shame. I already paid that debt. I already declared, it is finished. So why do you still hold yourself hostage? You say to yourself, if I had been stronger, if I had trusted more, if I hadn't fallen again. But child, I was never shocked by your struggle. I knew every step you would take, every stumble, every detour, and still I chose the cross. I chose you. I called you mine before you had the chance to prove anything to me. So let me say it clearly now. You are forgiven, fully, freely, forever. And now it's time you begin to live like that's true. Let go of the stories you keep rehearsing, the ones that begin with if only. Let go of the labels you've accepted: failure, disappointment, broken. None of these are how I see you. I call you beloved. I call you redeemed. I call you whole, and no past decision can change your worth in my eyes. Yes, there are things you would do differently now. That's part of growth. That's part of being human. But regret is not meant to be a lifelong companion. It's meant to be a teacher that leads you back to grace. And grace doesn't just say, try again. Grace says, you're already loved. Tonight, I want you to give me what you've refused to forgive in yourself. That one moment, that mistake, that chapter you avoid revisiting. Place it in my hands now. You've punished yourself long enough. Let my mercy speak louder than your memory. You are not what you've done. You are not what you failed to do. You are not what someone else said about you in their worst moment. You are who I say you are, and I say you are free. You might feel unworthy of this kind of love, but love doesn't wait for worth. Love creates it. So tonight, breathe in this prayer with me. Jesus, I've held on to guilt for too long. I've let shame keep me distant from your love. But tonight, I lay it all down. I give you my regrets, my mistakes, my secret pain. I choose to believe you forgive me. Help me forgive myself. Set me free from the prison of self-judgment. Let me walk in the freedom you died to give me. You don't need to earn that freedom. Just receive it. Let your soul relax into the truth that you are no longer condemned, not by me and not by yourself. The path forward is not perfection. It's grace. And grace will walk with you as you heal, one step at a time. Some days will still feel heavy. That's okay. Just remember, every time you return to me, you return to love. Every time you feel unworthy, I will remind you who you are. Every time you falter, my hand will still be open. You can begin again. You can breathe freely. You can forgive the one person you've struggled to forgive the most, yourself. And I will be here, walking beside you, not because you got it all right, but because my love has never been dependent on that. Rest tonight in the freedom of grace. The burden is lifted, the past is covered, and your soul is finally free to breathe again. My beloved child, you've walked with me through your own burdens, your fears, your doubts, and even the weight of forgiving yourself. Tonight, I want to meet you in a place that still holds hidden thorns, the pain others have caused you. You've been hurt. Some of those wounds were unintentional, others left by words or actions far too sharp to forget. Some pain still lives close to the surface, while other pain has been buried so deep you've forgotten where it even began. But I know. I see every scar, both the ones that healed and the ones that still bleed in silence. I know what they said. I know how they betrayed you. I know the trust that was broken, the love that was abused, the promises that were not kept. I know the disappointment of being misunderstood, overlooked, rejected. I know the tears you cried that no one else saw, and the anger that still rises up unexpectedly, long after you thought you had moved on. But tonight, I want to speak to that pain. Not to invalidate it, not to rush your healing, not to tell you to pretend it didn't hurt. No, I want to sit with you in it, and gently ask you this. Will you let me carry this with you? Will you let me take what was never meant to stay chained to your soul? Forgiveness is not about excusing what they did. It is not about forgetting. It is not about pretending that it didn't matter. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength, sacred, liberating strength. When you forgive, you are not saying that what happened was right. You are saying that you will no longer let it rule your heart. You are choosing to hand over the right to judge, the need to punish, and the desire to hold on, and you are placing all of that into my hands. But Jesus, you say, they don't deserve forgiveness. And you're right, maybe they don't. But forgiveness was never about what others deserve. It's about what you deserve. You deserve to be free. You deserve to sleep without anger tightening your chest. You deserve a future unchained from bitterness. You deserve peace. When you hold on to resentment, it doesn't punish them. It punishes you. It doesn't heal you. It hardens you. And my child, you were never made for hardness. You were made for wholeness. And wholeness begins with letting go. Some of these wounds run so deep that even speaking their names causes your voice to shake. That's okay. You don't have to rush. You don't have to forgive all at once. You just have to begin. Even a whisper is enough. Even a sigh of willingness cracks open the door to freedom. So, let me sit beside you. Let me hold the memory with you. And together, let's begin to release what's been stealing your joy. Say their name if you can, or simply say, Jesus, I give you the pain I can't explain. I give you the hurt I still carry. I give you the people who wounded me. I choose, with your help, to begin forgiving them, not because they are right, but because I want to be free. And I will take that offering. I will hold your trembling prayer like a treasure. I will walk with you through the messiness of releasing pain, and I will remind you again and again that I am just. I am kind. I am able to restore what was broken. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. It does not mean you must return to what harmed you. It means you are choosing to no longer drink the poison of resentment. It means you are letting me be the judge and the healer. Remember, I too was betrayed. I too was denied, beaten, spat upon, rejected by the very ones I came to love. And still I forgave. Not because it was easy, but because love is stronger than revenge. And now I invite you into that same power, not the power to control, but the power to release, to unlock the prison you've lived in and step out into light, even if you can't feel it yet. Every step of forgiveness is a step toward healing. Even if they never apologize, even if they never change, you can be free. So tonight, let's pray together. Not perfectly, but honestly. Jesus, I'm tired of carrying this pain. I don't want bitterness to steal my peace anymore. I don't want anger to define me. I give you the hurt that still lingers, even if I don't fully understand it. I give you the names, the memories, the wounds. I want to forgive, but I need your strength to do it. Help me begin. Help me release. Help me heal. And I will help you. I will honor every effort, every tear, every moment of choosing grace. Because grace is not weakness. Grace is divine strength, and it flows through you, not because you feel ready, but because I am ready to pour it into you. You are not doing this alone. I am right here, and when the pain comes back, I'll still be here. When the anger resurfaces, I'll remind you, you don't have to carry this again. You already gave it to me. Let me hold what you can't carry. Let me be justice where justice never came. Let me be the peace you couldn't find in the past. Tonight, forgiveness is not about pretending. It's about releasing. Not about forgetting, but about healing. Not about weakness, but about walking away from the chains that were never yours to bear. You are not alone in this. I will walk you through it, step by step, and you will find, slowly and surely, that the more you release, the more room you make in your soul for peace, lightness, and love. You were never meant to live imprisoned by what others have done. You were meant to live in freedom. My freedom, my child. I know what it feels like when the warmth you once trusted disappears, when people you counted on turn away, when the places you once felt safe now feel unfamiliar, when even the world around you seems distant, cold, and indifferent. I see how loneliness has wrapped itself around your soul, how you lie awake wondering if anyone truly stays. But I need you to hear this tonight, not as a whisper of hope, but as an eternal truth. You are not abandoned. You are not alone. You never were. Yes, others may have left. Yes, people may have forgotten their promises. Yes, some doors closed without warning. But I remained. I remain still, and I will remain always. People's love can be fragile, drifting with time, with change, with weakness. But my love for you is nothing like theirs. My love does not fade. It does not cool. It does not break when you stumble or disappear when you feel unworthy. My love is a flame that never goes out, no matter how cold the world around you becomes. I know the names that come to mind when you think of loss. I know the pain you still carry from the ones who walked away. I know the questions that swirl inside you when you remember what was taken, what was broken, what never came back. And I know what it's done to your heart, the way you now protect yourself, the way you question your worth, the way you silently ask, if they left, will God leave too? Let me answer that for you now. No. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. You belong to me, and I do not change. When others fail, I remain faithful. When the world grows distant, I draw closer. When your heart feels cold and numb, my love remains as fierce and full as ever. You belong to me, I say, not as a duty, but as a delight. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are claimed, not because of anything you did to earn it, but simply because I wanted you. Even before you knew my name, even before you looked for me, I saw you. I called you, I loved you, and I still do. There is no moment when my affection wavers. There is no wound in you that pushes me away. Even when you've doubted me, even when you've wandered far, Tavanode. Demnai, Vamaimai, I know it's hard to trust that kind of love, especially after what you've been through. But let me be the one who stays. Let me be the one who proves that not everyone walks away. Let me be the healing for your abandonment, the anchor in your drifting, the home you thought you'd lost forever. Let me speak to that abandoned part of you, the part that still waits for someone to come back. Let me wrap my presence around the spaces in your heart that feel cold and hollow. Let me say again what your soul so desperately needs to hear. You are mine. I have not left. I will not leave. You are safe with me. Others may not have known how to love you. Some may have loved you with conditions, expectations, or only for a season. But I love you without condition, without expiration, without end. When you cry, I gather your tears. When you withdraw, I still draw near. When the nights feel endless, I stay beside you until dawn. Tavan Ode. Dimnai, Vamaimai, you don't have to fear being too much. You don't have to worry that one wrong move will push me away. My love is not fragile. My commitment to you is not shallow. It was written in blood, sealed on the cross, and it has never once wavered. So tonight, in the stillness, let this truth sink deep into you. Even when the world grows cold, my love stays warm. Even when others turn away, I turn toward you. Even when the house feels empty, the phone stays silent, and no one else shows up, I do. Let go of the fear that you are alone. Let go of the belief that no one truly stays. Let me hold you tonight, not with a love that visits, but with a love that dwells, that remains, that never lets go. Let this be your prayer tonight. Jesus, I've felt alone for so long. People have walked away. Things have been taken from me. I've learned to expect disappointment. But tonight I want to believe again. I want to trust that you are different, that you stay even when others don't. Help me feel your nearness. Remind me that I am not abandoned. Let me rest in your unchanging love, and I will answer that prayer. I will hold you through the silence. I will speak even when others don't. I will stay even when your heart struggles to believe I can, because that is who I am. Tavan Ode. Demnai, Vamaimai. Even when your emotions betray you, I remain steady. Even when you doubt my presence, I am holding you closer than ever. Even when you question if you're still worth loving, I'm whispering, you always were. You always will be. So sleep tonight, not in fear, but in confidence. The world may grow cold, but my love burns unceasingly. People may leave, but I never will. You are not abandoned. You are mine. You belong to the one who never lets go, and I am here, tonight, tomorrow, and forever. My child, you've carried so much. You've done your best to hold things together, to keep the people you love safe, to make the right choices, to plan carefully, to fix what's broken. I've watched you try to manage every detail, to predict every outcome, to brace for every possibility. And I know it comes from a good place, a longing to protect, to stay steady, to feel secure. But tonight, I want to ask you something simple and quiet. Something that could shift everything inside of you. Are you willing to let go? I'm not asking you to give up. I'm asking you to surrender, because there's a difference. Giving up is rooted in despair. Surrender is rooted in trust. Giving up says, it's hopeless. Surrender says, God, you're still in control. The truth is, peace was never meant to come from how well you control your life. Peace comes from knowing that even when things are out of your hands, they are never out of mine. You were not designed to carry the weight of every outcome. You were created to live in relationship with me, dependent, trusting, anchored in the knowledge that I am good, even when the future is unclear. So let me ask you again, gently. Are you ready to release what you cannot control? Are you ready to stop gripping what is making your heart weary? Are you ready to breathe deeply and say, Jesus, I give this to you? I know how hard that is. Surrender feels like a risk, especially when you've been hurt before. You've told yourself, if I don't hold this tightly, it will all fall apart. But child, you were never meant to hold it all in the first place. Control is an illusion. It whispers to you that you're safe if you just try hard enough, plan carefully enough, stay alert enough. But it only leads to anxiety, fear, and exhaustion. It makes you believe that rest is dangerous, that something will slip through the cracks if you're not constantly managing everything. But I'm not like the world. I don't need your perfection to keep things from falling apart. I need your trust. When you surrender what you cannot control, you are not being irresponsible. You are being faithful. You are acknowledging that there is someone greater than you who holds all things together, that someone is me, and I never sleep. I never miss a detail. I never lose sight of you. So tonight, take inventory of what you've been holding too tightly. Is it a relationship you're afraid of losing? Is it your future, your finances, your health, your purpose? Is it a fear of failure, of disappointment, of things not turning out the way you imagined? Whatever it is, place it in my hands. Say it aloud if you can. Jesus, I can't control this anymore, and I don't want to. I release it to you. I choose peace over fear. I choose trust over anxiety. I choose surrender over control. That is not weakness, child. That is strength. That is the kind of strength that builds peace, not the fragile peace that depends on everything going right, but the solid peace that rests in knowing I am with you no matter what happens. You don't need to keep overthinking every decision. You don't need to lie awake trying to plan for every outcome. You don't need to fight battles that were never yours to begin with. Let go. Let go of the timelines you've set for yourself. Let go of the version of life you thought you had to achieve. Let go of trying to fix what is not yours to fix. And when the fear rises, because it will, I'll be there. When the doubts whisper again, what if it all falls apart? I'll remind you, I'm holding it together. I always have been. There is nothing passive about surrender. It's one of the bravest choices you can make. It's the moment you stop trying to be your own savior. It's the moment you acknowledge that peace was never found in control, but in confidence that I am good, even when life is not predictable. So as the night deepens, as the world around you slows, let me be your resting place. Let me be the hands that hold what's too heavy for yours. Let me be the calm that meets you in the middle of what feels uncertain. And let your prayer tonight be this: Lord, I release control. I release the fear of what might happen. I release the need to figure it all out. I trust that you are working even when I don't see it. I choose peace, not because everything is clear, but because I know you are near. You are not surrendering into emptiness. You are surrendering into arms that have never dropped a single soul. You are not letting go into chaos. You are letting go into divine order, perfect love, sovereign wisdom. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to trust the one who holds all things together. So rest now, not because you've finished every task, not because you've secured every outcome, but because you've chosen the better way. You've chosen surrender, and with surrender comes the peace your soul has longed for. You are not in control, but you are held, and that is more than enough. My child, you've come far tonight. You've walked through your fears, your grief, your memories, and your surrender. And now, as the world grows still and the noise around you fades, I invite you into something deeper than rest. Not simply sleep, but true peace, a calm that reaches beyond your body and settles into your soul. Rest is not only found in closed eyes, it is found in an open heart, one that finally lets go, finally breathes, finally believes that it doesn't have to hold everything together anymore. You've been holding on so tightly, haven't you? Trying to be strong for everyone, trying to think through every detail, trying to be prepared for every outcome. But now, in this quiet space, I am whispering to you gently and clearly, you don't need to do that anymore. You are safe now. You are with me. I know it's hard to turn off your thoughts. I know it's difficult to release the worries that have become so familiar. But you are not alone in this moment. I am here, watching, guarding, surrounding you with my love. Even as your body lies still, your spirit is in my arms. Even if your mind is tired but restless, I speak peace over you now. Let that truth wash over you. You are not holding yourself together. I am. There is no fear in this place because perfect love, my love, casts out fear. There is no shame here because I have already covered your past. There is no judgment here, only kindness, only grace. Only peace. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten in the dark. You are not alone in your silence. You are held deeply, constantly, lovingly. This night is not just the end of your day. It is an invitation to rest in me fully. Not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, completely. Lay down the armor you've worn all day. Lay down the performance, the pressure, the pretending. You are already enough because you are mine. Breathe slowly now. Let every breath remind you that you are not in danger. Let every heartbeat testify that you are still here, and I am still with you. Even now, as you close your eyes, I whisper again, the moment you close your eyes, I am still watching over you. I will not let you fall. I will not let you be harmed. I will not step away. I will keep watch. I guard your thoughts. I surround your bed. I send angels to stand by your side. Even if you wake in the middle of the night, startled or unsettled, you will find me still here. You'll never need to earn my presence. It is freely given. It is constant. It is stronger than the darkness, gentler than the silence, and greater than anything that could threaten your peace. This is the night I want for you, not a night of tossing and turning, not a night of remembering what went wrong or worrying about tomorrow, but a night where you rest in the arms of the one who has always loved you. Let this be your prayer now, simple, surrendered, and full of peace. Lord, I give you my heart tonight. I give you everything I've tried to carry alone. I give you my racing thoughts, my weariness, my fear. I place it all in your hands, and I choose to rest in your care. Let me sleep in your arms and wake in your love. That is all you need to do. No more striving, no more worrying. No more rehearsing tomorrow's troubles. Just let yourself be held. As you drift into sleep, I will sing over you. My love will wrap around you like the softest blanket. My peace will cover you like the quietest rain. You don't have to be brave anymore. Not right now. You don't have to fight tonight's battles. You don't even have to pray long prayers. You simply have to let go and let me be the one who watches over you. And I will. I always do. I am here tonight and forever. My beloved child, you've come so far tonight. You've walked through the shadows of your fears, laid down the weight of your burdens, released the pain of the past, and stepped gently into my peace. And now, with the night fully wrapped around you, I want to speak one final blessing over your soul, something to carry with you into your rest and into your tomorrow. Let me begin with the most important truth of all. You are not alone, not tonight, not tomorrow, not ever. You've surrendered what was too heavy. You've given me your worries, your shame, your grief, your need to control. And in return, I give you peace, real peace, lasting peace. The kind that follows you into sleep and waits for you in the morning light. So now, rest in my promise. You do not need to carry anything alone anymore. Let your breathing slow. Let your heart find rhythm again. Let your spirit rest in the assurance that I go before you. Everything that lies ahead, every decision, every step, every challenge, I will face it with you. You don't have to fear tomorrow because I am already in it. You don't have to fear failure because my grace will meet you there. You don't have to fear the unknown because I know the way. So tonight, I bless your mind, that the racing thoughts would quiet, that the anxious questions would fade, that clarity would rise like morning light. I bless your body, that every muscle would release tension, every heartbeat would steady, and every cell would begin to restore itself in the rest I give. I bless your spirit, that you would feel me near, like a soft embrace surrounding you with calm. I bless your emotions, that where there has been fear, joy would return. Where there has been doubt, faith would rise. Where there has been heaviness, hope would bloom again. You are not entering sleep as a person alone in the dark. You are entering rest in my arms, and I do not let go. The night will not harm you. The silence will not consume you. The unknown will not overcome you, because I am here. And when the sun rises, so will my mercy. When you open your eyes, my presence will still be beside you. Whatever waits for you, work, relationships, decisions, changes, you will not face it in your own strength. I will be there in the details, in the conversations, in the pauses, in the moments you feel confident and in the moments you don't. You are not expected to walk perfectly, only to walk with me. You are free to rest tonight because I do not sleep. You are safe to let go because I am holding all things together. You are allowed to stop trying for now because I never stop being God. I am proud of you. Not for doing everything right, but for being here, for showing up, for trusting me, for taking even the smallest step toward peace. That matters more than you know. And so, here is my final word tonight, one you can carry into sleep and into every morning after. Sleep now, my beloved. Tomorrow, I will walk with you. Let that truth be the last thought you carry as the world fades from your eyes. You do not have to be ready for everything. You do not need to know the answers. You only need to know this: I will be with you. And that will be enough. So rest, sleep. Let go. Let my love cradle your soul. Let my peace keep guard at the doors of your heart. And when you rise, rise gently, step forward slowly, and remember, you don't have to carry anything alone anymore. You are mine, you are loved, you are safe. You are held, tonight, tomorrow, and forever.